the second straight game, Joey Decord underway here in the first period from the Saddle Dome as it's brought out to center ice by the Firebirds, cleared back inside the zone by Colton Poolman. Here in the offensive end, Walker Dewar sends it in deep for Calgary. Picked off the boards. Poolman, center point of drive, saved by Decord. The puck rolls to his left. Carried back against the boards by Dewar. Max McCormick clears it out to his own blue line for Cole Lind. And the pass from the right side by Brogan Rafferty is tipped through center. Martin Pospisil, one of the few changes for the Wranglers, puts in the zone as Phillips drives it towards the cage, but just wide after a giveaway from Joey Decord. Offensive zone back behind the net for Calgary. Phillips trying to drive it on goal. Save made. Rebound try. Shrugged off by the shoulder. Maybe even the blocker of Decord as we play on here in the first period. Another giveaway, but the Firebirds maintain it and clear. Wright fails to win the face-off as the Wranglers pick it up in the offensive zone. They wrist one over the cage. Cleared out to center by Cole Lind, who's very happy to keep playing here in Calgary. 8 points in 5 games against the Wranglers. Goals in all 3 so far at the Saddle Dome, including 2 back on the opening day of the season. 16 and a half to play in the first. Lind tries to peel it away from Nicholas Milosh and does. Right side, Tennyson comes down the wing. But it's right onto the stick of Brett Sutter, who clears it out to center ice. Gloved down by Petro Sepula. Picked up, and looked like too many men on the ice there for Calgary as they were changing and then played the puck. But we play on. Redeems Zahorna, cutting to the cage. Wrists it towards the net. Over it goes. Zahorna had a head of steam and got behind the Firebird defense. Puck gloved down by Jacob Peltier. Pestered at by Shane Wright. To the circle is Cole Lind. Lind twisted on the backhand, back to center. Ilya Solovyov off for the Firebirds. One shot in last game. Came out with a goal. So 100% shooting percentage for Shane Wright to start his AHL career as a risk. The Coachella Valley, and exciting to be back down there for a little bit. Face-off win by the Firebirds. Sepula's shot gets blocked out to center painfully by Walker Dewar, who will skate back, hunched over to the bench. Backhanded through center by McCormick, picked up by Lind. Wristed inside the zone, back behind the play. Lind gets a shoulder from Martin Pospisil, and now Lind slow to get back to the bench. Pospisil enters the Firebird zone. Save made to Decord. The rebound comes in front. Nice play by Schultz as he cut it off right in the goal mouth. The Firebirds skate to center ice. Hayden, right side for McCormick. Picks up his 3rd of the season, and Calgary on top. And they lead 1-0. Second straight game for Calgary against the Firebirds. They've scored first. As Decord, right side for Cole Lind. Gathered through center by Shane Wright. To the left for Gustav Olofsson. Plenty of speed over the Calgary line. He gets cross-checked from behind, and that creates a chance the other way. Firebirds change their line. Power play 2. Shane Wright in through center. Jimmy Schultz over the line. Cartier carrying it in now is True. Gets it for Rafferty. Rafferty quick across. Shane Wright shoots. He scores! Goals in back-to-back games to start his AHL career for Shane Wright. He makes an impact, ties the game. A wrist shot over the shoulder of Dustin Wolf. It's 1-1. A power play goal. 8:20 to go in the first. What a wrist shot by Wright. He put it right over the glove of Dustin Wolf. Making no mistake there. And now his shooting percentage remains 100. Had one registered shot back on Tuesday. Right of Joey Decord. One back by the Wranglers. Picked up on a wrist shot through traffic. Glove saved Decord. Puck picked up behind the net. Matthew Phillips racing for it. Putting it towards the cage. That gets blocked. Right side, caught on down by Wright, carries through center. Wright, nice move, offensive zone, just shoved off the puck at the last moment. Lind as Phillips puts it to the front of the net, looking for Pettersson, and it goes off the heel of his stick. Lind back to the offensive zone. Racing down is Shane Wright behind the net. Milosh greeted by Lind. Lind hits the ice. Milosh with a hand pass across, which is legal in the defensive zone. And out to center it goes as the Wranglers clear it. McCormick searching for Wright through center. Couldn't find him. Here's Jimmy Schultz from the red line. Ropes it inside the offensive zone. Dustin Wolf plays it down. Ends up playing the puck after he gloved it So the Firebirds now have a chance in the offensive zone. Riker Evans to the far corner. Puck caroms and goes right to the Wranglers as Cole Lind tries to shake things up. And Connor Zary will carry to center for Calgary. 2:55 left in the first period, even up at 1 from the Saddle Dome. Puck comes in front of the net to Court, swats it away with the goal stick. Zary, blue line for Poirier. To the right side, Connor Zary. Center point, Poirier fakes the shot. Twists down against the glass. Pagansky giving him the business. And Austin Pagansky twirls it loose and knocks it out to center ice. 2.5 to play. Here's the opening faceoff. Firebirds going right to left here in the second period. Shane Wright scores the first goal of the game for the Firebirds. The first goal for the Firebirds presented to you by El Paseo Jewelers. Goal for Emilio Pedersen on the power play for the Wranglers, and that is your first period scoring summary brought to you by Planet Printworks. Puck back out to center ice. Gustav Olofsson racing back in his own zone. Olofsson took a penalty and then drew a penalty in the hockey game so far. Both have resulted in goals for either team. Max McCormick skates it out to center as the pass from Cole Lind goes off his skate. Brogan Rafferty into the eye, directed through center by Pagansky. Here in the second period, 16:27 to go. Walker Dewar races back in the offensive zone with Martin Pospisil. Riker Evans comes in and will try to break up the two of them from connecting. Bouncing puck into the skates of Brett Sutter. At the half boards, Cole Lind couldn't settle it down. Now he gets it back. Lind in through center ice. Wright was debating on going to get that one on against Jan Kuznetsov, but he pulled back, and the Firebirds in through center as Riker Evans gets stripped down. Cole Lind brings it back over the line, feeds it through for Shane Wright off the back of his stick. And Petro Sepula keeps it onside. Off the skates of McCormick, tries to keep it moving behind the net. Lind skims it down for Shane Wright. Gets hit into the boards by Milosh. Cole Lind tries to stir some stuff up behind the net with a poke check. So the Wranglers have scored a few similar goals to that back on Tuesday. They drive to the net pretty hard, and they've been rewarded for it so far in these two games. Shane Wright up the glass for Cole Lind. Lind kicks it back in his own zone for Tennyson. Lind's pass, no one there. Here's Tennyson. His own zone for Max McCormick. McCormick dancing through the neutral zone, puts it off the stick of Ilya Solovyov. Gathered through center by McLean. Here's Klapka with a lane to the net, shoots, and that one just goes over the cage. Second period. Played to the right side here by Riker Evans. Firebirds desperately need to find some momentum inside the offensive zone. As Shane Wright battles back through center. Cole Lind. Pass picked off by Mitch McLean. McLean sends it in deep. The Firebirds settle down from behind their own goal line. 6:03 to go here in the middle frame. Riker Evans in some trouble. Sutter takes it away from him. Sutter on a cross one-timer for Dewar, and that one misses wide. Milosh down the boards for Sutter. Sutter greeted by a heavy hit by Riker Evans. Shane Wright trying to get outside the zone. He does. Max McCormick dishes it left corner. Cole Lind on to chase it back down. McCormick in there as well. Firebirds. Shane McLean comes in front. Drive it to the net on the backhand. Wolf the save. The rebound. They score. The Firebirds drive it to the front of the net. The goal light is on. And it's John Hayden pulling the Firebirds within one with 3:54 to go in the second period. Evans has just gone down the tunnel right behind the Firebirds bench. We'll keep an eye on his status. Giveaway in front. McLean overskated the puck. Had a great chance right in front of DeCord. So the Firebirds down by one. 3:35 left in the second period. Klapka back inside the offensive zone. Knocked away by Schultz. Shane Wright through center, intended for Cole Lind. But there first was Jan Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov offensive zoner. His shot glove saved by Joe on the man advantage. Firebirds win the draw. Here's Schultz. Right circle for Rafferty. Move down the boards. Bank pass for Schultz. Here's Wright. Wrist shot. Glove save by Wolf. Well, not anymore. He's kicked out of the faceoff dot for jumping a bit too early. Alex True comes in to take his spot. The natural setter himself. True wins the faceoff back, but will have another false start. Clocks have to reset up a second. And they do that rather quickly. Try to get us back underway. Another face-off win for the Firebirds. Rafferty off the draw. The shot gets blocked off the stick of DeSimone and cleared out to center ice. So tripping the call against Martin Pospisil. Jimmy Schultz out for Shane Wright. Back for Schultz inside his own blue line. Carried through center by Ty Cartier. Cartier finds Wright over the line. Quick pass across for Rafferty. It slides behind him. Firebirds back out to center. 1:18 to go on the power play. Same to go in the period. Firebirds trying to tie this game up before the period comes to a close. Back behind the net, Colton Pullman clears it all the way down. Firebirds change their power play unit. On the other end, Dustin Wolf, 15 saves on 17 shots. Firebirds start by winning the face-off and dumping it inside of the offensive zone. Colton Pullman for the Wranglers to the right side. Rafferty trying to play it there, but it scoots back out to center ice. Firebirds contain it. Here's Cole Lind up the left side, and Max McCormick swivels it in deep. Pullman, right side, can't clear the zone. Rafferty for Lind. Back to Rafferty against the boards, looking for a redirection from McCormick, and that one skips up Eddie. Inside his own blue line, Austin Pagansky off the heel of his stick, takes down Klapka. Penalty coming up here against Coachella. Down at the dot, so Wright will replace him. Wright wins it back for Alexander True. Hit the crossbar shorthanded a few minutes ago. Starts it back in the offensive zone. Schultz on a cross. Rafferty, top of the far circle. Gets it over for Shane Wright. Blue line for Schultz. Good play to keep that at the blue. True, back up the ice. Right side for Schultz. True in the corner. Back for Schultz. And Alexander True, as they still continue to keep it on the side, as that one hits off the stick of Jimmy Schultz. He'll be the next one to touch it, and it's going to be a high stick here against the Firebirds. Lind swivels it around for Gustav Olofsson. Olofsson settles it down as we're halfway through the third. Firebirds need a goal to tie the game. Sepula through center, finds Shane Wright, darting to the net. Wright shoots, he scores! Shane Wright's done it again! And the Firebirds have tied the game with 9:50 to go in the third period. A burst of speed in the offensive zone for Shane Wright. His second of the game, third in the AHL, and it's 3-3. Wright split the defense and just rifled that one right over the shoulder of Dustin Wolf. And 8:48 to go here in the third period. Lind up the ice. Here is Wright. Down the slot. Backhands one towards the cage. He fell down on the way through and never got it to the net. Shane Wright right back out there after tying the game as Cole Lind tries to get it to the blue line. It's swatted down by the glove of Brett Sutter. Looked like a cross check there that went uncalled. Firebirds will play on. Puck comes right back in front of the Wrangler net. Came from the wall, and Emilio Pettersson tries to dance around Max McCormick. And the Wranglers out to center ice, dump it on in. Puck deflects, ends up going up and out of tie up in the dot. Wranglers take the puck away. Walker Dewar shovels it off the right side, back to center, off of Emilio Pettersson to the neutral zone. Wranglers begin their change following the icing. Again, you cannot change your club, or your lines rather, after an icing call for, or against rather. Gustav Olofsson shot, pinballs behind the net. Shane Wright comes to the right corner. Wright dishes it on behind the net, looking for Lind. Colton Pullman gets there first. Maneuvers away from Lind. Now a steal off the boards by Shane Wright. Wright finding some room for Matt Tennyson. At the circle, shoots, saved by Wolf. Big rebound pops up, and it's Scooted out to center by the Wranglers and will go all the way down for yet another icing call. To his left, Schultz and Rafferty back on defense. Firebirds win the draw. Schultz across, one-timer Rafferty off the shoulder of Wolf. Wright picks it up. Cartier, blue line for Schultz. Wright, a backhand pass back to Jimmy Schultz. On a cross, one-timer Rafferty a shot, and that one gets blocked. Wright tries to keep it onside, puts it right onto the stick of Ilya Solovyov, and out down inside of the Firebirds defensive zone it goes. 55 left on the power play for Coachella Valley. 2:04 to go here in the third period. Schultz over the line for True, has some help. True on the backhand, moves to the forehand in the corner, overskates the puck, and True trying to contain it with the long reach. Nice play by Cartier to get to the puck. Here's Rafferty for Cartier. Schultz one-timer deflected by Wright just wide of the net. Schultz gets it back. Left side, top of the circle, Rafferty. Here is Shane Wright. Moves away from Bishop. Wright still on the puck. Pulls back, tries to drive to the front of the net. Has some trouble doing so there. And the Firebirds still trying to keep it at the blue line. Jimmy Schultz with a nice play to do so. Knocked down by Cartier. Cartier across for Wright, a wrist shot, trying to find the corner, and he couldn't do it. Firebirds keep it onside, and looked like it went into the protection.